AI filmmaking just got its biggest upgrade yet, because you can now take a single storyboard image and turn it into a full AI video for free with a complete animated sequence. Multi-shot, consistent characters, and insane cinematic quality in seconds. So forget generating every shot one by one, struggling with inconsistent characters, or wasting credits fixing scenes that still don't look right. Because in this video, I'll show you 2 ways to create professional storyboard animations for free. A fully manual method using free tools and an AI agent workflow that lets you batch produce hundreds of high-quality videos across Pixar-style cartoons, product ads, anime, and so much more. All right, now let's get started. The very first thing you're gonna need is a chatbot. We need a reasoning model to help us automate most of the prompting, and you've got a couple of options here. The first one is GPT, which is pretty cool. Another solid option is Claude. And if you want something completely free with no paywall, then I'd recommend you go with DeepSeek. It's a completely free model. There's literally no paywall. You don't have to add a credit card, so you get unlimited usage. You can go with any of these 3. For this tutorial though, I'm going with ChatGPT. Now, once you've got your chatbot, you need to get the prompt for the storyboard animation. You'll find that in the description or in the comments section. Once you've got it, click on the storyboard folder, and that takes you to a Google Drive. Now, inside that drive, there are 2 PDFs. One is the chatbot PDF, and one is the agent PDF. Since we're covering 2 different methods to create these videos, we've got 2 different prompts. For now, I'm just gonna click on the chatbot PDF and download it to my computer, since that's the method we're currently exploring, the manual chatbot method. Once it's downloaded, head over to your chatbot, drag that PDF into the prompt box, type "run this," and send it. Now, once you send it, the chatbot asks you what kind of video you're making. What kind of storyboard do you want to start with? Do you want to make an ad storyboard or something that's not an ad, meaning normal animation? You can use this for whatever you want. It's very inclusive. I'm going to try both storyboard types. First off, let's try the ad type. After that, I'll come back and try the non-ad type. So I'm going to type 1 and send it, which is the ad option. When you do this, the model starts generating 10 concepts for you to pick from, which is pretty cool. Right now, I think I like the white iPhone option. It gave me a couple of good ones, but number 1 stands out to me, so I'll pick one and send it. When you pick one, what happens next is your model gives you a detailed prompt you can use with an external model to create the storyboard image. So for this part, you need an image generator, and we've got a couple of options. The first one is Gemini. Head over to Gemini and sign in with your Google account. Gemini gives you a really nice image generation model. All you've got to do is click on the plus icon, click on Create Image. So just head back to your chatbot, copy the image generation prompt it gave you, paste it into Gemini, and send it. And while Gemini is creating your image, you can also use a platform called Flow. Head over to Google Flow, sign in, and create a new project. Once you're in, paste that exact same prompt. Choose the image generation model, pick the specific model you want to use, set the aspect ratio and the number of outputs, and then send it. Now, another model that gives really good images is actually GPT itself. So if I head over to my chatbot and say, generate 4 variants of this, and send it, GPT is able to take the prompt it just gave me and create the images directly. Which is pretty cool because it wrote the prompt, so it already knows how to use that prompt in detail better than any other model. All right, so after a couple of seconds, we've got the output from GPT. And honestly, this looks pretty good. I really like the consistency. The output looks really, really impressive. It gave us a couple of variants since I asked for that, and almost every single one of them looks solid. So I'm just going to download all 4 images to my computer. Over here on Gemini, the result doesn't look as good. And over here on Flow, yeah, Flow did try to do a nice job. The output almost looks good, but it's still lacking that extra touch GPT seems to have. So I think GPT did a wonderful job here. So I've downloaded my images, now I'm just going to type next to GPT. When I do that, it goes ahead and gives me the animation prompt I'm going to use to turn this storyboard image into a full animated video. All right, so I'm going to copy the entire animation prompt, and once I've copied it, I'm going to need a video generator. And we've got a couple of options. I'm going to head over to Gemini first, click on the plus icon, and switch over to Create Videos. Then I'll upload one of the storyboards I got from GPT, paste in the prompt, and send it so it starts creating the video. Then over here on Flow, I'll click on the menu at the bottom of the prompt box and switch from the image models over to the video models. I'll select Ingredients to Video, set the aspect ratio, the duration, and the number of generations I want. Then I'll upload one of the storyboards from GPT, add it to the prompt box, paste in my prompt, and send it so it starts creating the video for me. Now, Flow is using the OmniFlash model to create the video, and I believe Gemini is using the VO3 model. Gemini seems to have run into a problem here. Let's just retry. I'll upload the exact same image once more, paste in the exact same prompt, and send it. And while it's using VO3 to animate this image, I'm going to head over to Higgsfield to use Seedance for this animation as well. So I'll upload the storyboard image to Higgsfield, add it to the prompt box, paste in my prompt, select the Seedance 2.0 model, make sure the duration is set the way I want it, and then click Generate. That way we can compare the results across all 3 video generation models. Alright, after a couple of seconds, we've got our output. First off, let's preview what Gemini was able to make. Oh, Gemini wasn't able to create anything. I don't know, something's up with this model today. Normally, it does a decent job. Let's head over to Flow and preview what it created. Alright, that looks pretty decent. There are a couple of distortions here and there, but it's passable. I think the issue with Flow is that the background sound is repetitive. The sound effect isn't very cinematic. It's not fitting that Apple aesthetic. Overall, I understand what Flow is going for. It's not the visual that's the problem, it's just that the sound effect doesn't fit the aesthetic. Now let's preview what Seedance created. Alright, I think Seedance did a wonderful job. Honestly, this is quite impressive. This looks really good. Now let's try something else. I'm going to head back to my chatbot and create a new chat. What I'm going to do is upload that exact same chatbot storyboard automation PDF. Type run this and send it. And this time around, I'm going to pick the non-ads option. That makes our chatbot give us a couple of options, recommendations on what we could pick. And you can pick pretty much anything from here. Or you could just describe the kind of storyboard you're trying to make. Maybe a video about an animated cat, or a Pixar-style educational video. Whatever storyboard you want to make, you can just ask it to create one for that. And if you've got a reference, you can upload that reference to the model, and it'll feed off it to give you something that looks really good. Right now, I think for this one, I'm going to pick number 4. So I'll type 4 and send it. Then the model gives us the prompt to generate this storyboard. Now let's try it one more time. I'm going to copy all of these prompts and head over to Flow, switch back to the image model, paste in the prompt, select the aspect ratio and number of images I want, and send it. Then head over to Gemini as well, paste in the prompt, click on Create Image, and send that so it creates the image for us. And then I'll head back to ChatGPT and ask it to generate 4 variants of this. So it creates the storyboard for us automatically too. And after a couple of minutes, we've got our output. Let's preview some of the images GPT created. Alright, this looks pretty good. Over here on Gemini, we've got this, but there's a little bit of distortion. And here on Flow, this is what Flow was able to create. Overall, it seems like GPT does a much better job when it comes to storyboard generation. So I'm gonna head over to GPT and type next, now that I've got my storyboard. And after a couple of seconds, we've got our animation prompt. I'm gonna copy this entire prompt and head over to Flow. I'll upload the storyboard image I got from GPT, drag it into the prompt box, and paste in the prompt. Now, make sure you switch over to the video model first. That's an easy one to miss. So I'll switch to the video model, paste in my prompt, and send it to see what the video looks like. Then let me head over to Seedance as well, upload the image and generate there too, so we can see how the animation looks. Alright, after a couple of seconds, we've got our output. Over here on Higgsfield, let's preview what Seedance made. Alright, Seedance did a nice job. Now let's preview what OmniFlash was able to do on Flow. Alright, that looks pretty bad. OmniFlash struggled to give a nice output. Yeah, this looks really, really bad. It seems like Seedance handles storyboards a lot better compared to other models. Now, just for fun, I went ahead and tried a couple of different storyboard variants, and these were the results I got. And honestly, this looks pretty good. The animation looks high quality and there's less distortion. The characters are also kept super consistent. These are just the results from Seedance. Flow did try to do a nice job, but there were just too many distortions. Although a couple of results did come out looking pretty good. Yeah, Flow just doesn't really give very nice results. It seems like Seedance handles these animations a lot better. So now that we've covered the manual method, let's switch over to the agentic method using an agent. For the agentic flow, what you've got to do is head back over to the master prompt, and this time click on the link to the folder. Now you're going to download the agent PDF. Just make sure you save that to your computer. That's what we're going to use with an agent to automate the creation of these videos. Now, for the agents, we've got a couple of options. The first one is Codex, which is OpenAI's agent. So if you've got a ChatGPT account, you can use Codex completely for free. Just download the version of Codex that's compatible with your operating system and install it like you would any normal software. Another good agent is Claude Code, which is Anthropic's own AI agent. It's quite expensive, so you've got to have a Claude account to use this one. That's just something to keep in the back of your mind. Another good free option is Anti-Gravity. Anti-Gravity is Google's own AI agent, and it's mostly free. There are a couple of things you might need to pay for, but we don't really need those paid features. All we need is a really good agent. So my advice is to go with Anti-Gravity if you're on a completely free plan or you don't have a budget for agents. Just download the version that's compatible with your operating system, install it like normal software, and log into your Google account. Now, if you want something really beginner-friendly, then I'd say go with Codex, because it's a lot more beginner-friendly based on how it's modeled after ChatGPT. But whichever model you go with, for this one, I'll go with Claude Code. The process we follow here still applies to any of the agents you're using. So once you install and sign up on Claude Code, you should land on an interface that looks something like this. Now, the first thing you've got to do is create a folder where all your assets will be saved. Every single thing you do on this project gets saved in that folder. Once you do that, choose a model. I'm currently using Opus 5, but you could still use Sonnet 5 if you want. And then down here, you've got to choose a mode. Right now I'm on auto mode, but if you want to be more in charge, if you want to supervise the entire production, you can choose manual mode. I think the first time you're trying out a prompt, maybe go with manual mode. But right now, I'm just going with auto. Then I'll click on the plus icon to upload the agent file I just downloaded. Type run this and send it to Claude Code. Now when I do this, Claude starts reading through the agent PDF to absorb the style, the pattern, and pretty much everything we're trying to replicate. Then it starts setting itself up, searching the web, installing all the dependencies it needs to run the file. And once it's completely set up, it gives you an output. If it runs into a problem, it'll tell you, which mine did. It was asking what backbone we'd like to use for the engine, and I just told it to use top view skill. So once I told Claude that, it went ahead and gave me the same options our chatbot gave us earlier. Do we want to make ads or non-ad videos? I'm going to try ads for now. I'll type one and send it. And what it does next is provide us with ideas in that ad niche we've chosen. Now all you've got to do is read through the options and find an idea you like, if the default is what you want to try. Or you can just ask it to make a storyboard about a watch, or pretty much whatever you want. Just tell it what you want. Right now, what I want is an orange iPhone, so I'll send that. When I send it, the agent starts creating the sheet for us automatically. It writes the prompt and then uses the top view skill to actually create the storyboard image. All right, after a couple of seconds, we've got our output. The agent was able to create the storyboard and send it right here, so we can preview what it looks like. Yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty decent. So what I want to do now is generate the video. I'm going to type next. Now, if you don't like the image, you could just say regenerate or try something else and it'll fix it. But I really like this storyboard, so I'm just going to type next, and the agent moves on to the next step of the process. which is actually creating the video for us. All right, after a couple of seconds, our agent has created the video and given us a previewable link right here. If we watch it, we can see how the animation looks. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Now, if I wanted another idea, I could just say, give me 10 new ideas, both ads and non-ads. It creates new ideas, then I pick one, pick a storyboard, and it creates the animation for me automatically. And that's pretty much how you repeat this over and over to make storyboard animations with the help of your agent. Right now, it's given us about 10 ideas. For this one, I want something a bit different. I want something with a tree, a cute monster, and a human. The monster tries to get grapes and ends up making a mess. So let's give it a rough sketch like that. And I'll ask for 5 variants to see what my model can create based on just the description I gave it. All right, we've been given about 5 variants. I'm going to pick variant number 1 because I like that. And then the model goes ahead and creates the storyboard for us. And right now we can see the storyboard. What I'm going to do now is type next, since this looks pretty good, and see what kind of video the agent can cook up with the storyboard it produced. All right, after a couple of seconds, we've got our output from the agent. I ended up asking it for 3 different variants of the animation. So let's check them out and see how they turned out. Yeah, this looks really good. I'm just going to download it to my computer and check out the next one. All right, that looks really good too. I mean, with the agent, you can literally just ask for 100 videos and it's able to create them from scratch, which is pretty good. And that's pretty much how you use an agent to batch produce storyboard animations, creating your storyboard for you, and then actually animating that storyboard into something that looks pretty cool.